It's time for Play or Pass.
Play or pass.
Because here at Level Best,
Because
we love playing video games. There's
Video
nothing you
games are
can do
good.
about it.
I like them.
Yeah,
Sometimes
you're
I
never
don't
gonna change me.
Sometimes I don't like play or pass ones,
Occasionally.
but I do like to play them either way. This episode is Mind Over Magnet. Mind Over Magnet.
We spun the Great Wheel of Games last episode, and we rolled Mind Over Magnet. It's a game I picked a while ago.
Yeah.
For the Great Wheel of Games, and we finally spun it.
Yeah, we don't always spin your games, so this is exciting.
Rarely, actually.
So, Mind Over Magnet. What is it? It's a puzzle platformer. You're playing as a little robot dude. He has a wheel, one single wheel. His name is Uni. And so that's cool. But yeah, you're using magnets to platform your way through this minor story game. Game Maker's Toolkit, that's who made it. Came out November 13th, 2024. So it's like was the end of last year. And last year was only 4 months ago. So not that long.
Not that long ago.
Not that long ago. But it's kind of it has a story to it, but it has a lot of a little bit. It has a lot of Patreon supporters.
Yeah, so Game Maker's Toolkit is a YouTube channel, great YouTube channel, and one of the guys in that channel was documenting him making this game, and that's why I picked it, because I was kind of following along with these videos, and it looked like what he was making was kind of special. A really cute little game, and I like little puzzle games, but puzzle games sometimes make me irritated. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because I don't like getting stumped and having to look something up, especially in regards to a puzzle game. I don't like doing that.
Yeah.
I like to figure it out myself, but if I spend too long trying to figure something out and I can't, I'd rather quit than look something up sometimes. But Mind Over Magnet is not one of those games.
No, I would say that overall the puzzles are pretty easy for the most part. There are some that sort of like blew my mind, but overall, and I have a clip here that I'll play, but overall I would say like the puzzles are just they're kind of easy. Okay, we're getting it. None of the puzzles are that hard yet, so we'll see. Yeah, I feel like overall the puzzles are like they're really interesting, like really cool, like premise. Like at first you don't have the magnet, right? Like you're just like moving yourself through. But then you find the magnet and you work your way through the game. You find another magnet. There's some level of complexity to it, but the puzzles for the most part I thought were pretty easy.
I think they're easy, but in a like an onboarding kind of way. Some of them in the middle of the game were just like, oh, that's it. Okay, cool. But initially they started off super easy and they got a little more complicated, a little more consistently as the game goes on, which is just what you want.
Yeah.
There were some stumpers. Some of them I really had to sit and think about, but I always ended up getting it. What I love is there's a hint system in the pause menu where you can like get a hint real quick, but I challenged myself to never use it. So I just didn't use it. And I just sat there scratching my head for like 10 minutes on some of them, trying to think of what the heck the solution is. And I finally get it every time. It's always like right there within my grasp. But real quick, to set the stage for the story for the game, really simple story. And that's my biggest negative for Mind Over Magnet is that the story has like zero substance.
Yeah, I forgot to even mention it because it has so little substance.
So you're a little robot and you find a magnet And the magnet's like, hey, take me to my job. I'm late. And so we go through the factory to take him to his job. He tries to sign into this PC terminal. Magnus does, the magnet. And he finds out he's been fired.
Yep.
In fact, all the magnets have been fired and they've been replaced with automation. It's cool. Okay, I get that. Automation. What is automation but robots? Wouldn't robots be automation? Or is
Yeah.
it just like dumber robots? I don't know. But
I feel like you know, at a point, magnets are some level of automation. You know,
right?
I don't know. Yeah, it was kind of interesting. There is a plot twist at the end of the game, which was like, I respect that. I like that you took a simple story. There was a plot twist. It didn't make it any more complex, but there was a plot twist.
Right, right. But overall, despite the story not being very deep, the writing individually is very cute.
Yeah.
Pretty simple. Again, not too deep, but very cute. And at one point, you meet one character. I have a clip for this too. You meet a character called Min. Friend, didn't you hear? We've all been fired and replaced with those things. Automation, they call it. What? That can't be right. Uni has been helping me. Sadfish, no. Well, it's the truth. Come on, Magnus. Let's get out of here. Wait, what about Max? We can't leave without her. Ugh, you're right. I was going to check the engine room, but I can't get there by myself. Well, this is perfect. Uni can take you. He can show you he's a friend. Smiley face. Whoa. Watch where you're putting your hands. All right. I'm only doing this to find Max. So anyway, you can kind of tell the writing's kind of simple.
Yeah.
But the different characters you meet, they all have like kind of distinct archetypes, which kind of led me to read their voices in a certain way.
Okay.
So like Min, obviously like the negative end of the magnet or side of the magnet, kind of a negative Nancy.
Yeah.
You end up meeting Max, who is more positive side, and then Magnus, who's just all positive.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of fun to have those different archetypes to kind of switch things up a little bit. But again, overall, very simple. From the writing to the story, pretty simple.
Yeah, I think so too. I think the addition, and this is like, I don't know. It's not, this wouldn't really be a spoiler to it, but minor spoiler. So if you don't want the spoiler, then go away. But uh, it would have been cool to introduce the people running the factory, like in another level. So like
Sure.
the next like step up is like a secret level or something, or you unlock a level when you beat the base game, and you get to like you're going to the top to confront the people.
Yeah. Like there's some shadowy figure behind a like one-sided
Yeah.
mirror or whatever, like looking down on you.
Yeah, I think that would be cool.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nothing like that. Nope.
No, there isn't anything like that. But
instead there's puzzles.
There is puzzles, and I think that they're, like I said, they were pretty easy, but there were some that I just like I'm not sure that it was hard, but it just like blew my mind that I was like not doing it, like that I like couldn't get it, and it just like I just like couldn't do it. And so I have a clip called "Still Didn't Work," and I thought for sure that I was understanding, but oh no, what am I doing? Stop doing that. Okay, am I getting it? I don't know if I am or not. Oh, dude. Wait, no, this still didn't work. Dude, my brain is like literally frying right now.
I love this song too.
Yeah, it was good. All the music was really good.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
There we go. Wow. That one was the toughest one yet, I think. Yeah, so that one, in my opinion, was like the toughest one I had experienced.
Okay.
And there were a couple that I don't think I did it right, but I ended up getting it. So I have another clip of one. It's called "That's One Way to Do It." But I think that I didn't always do it the way I was supposed to, but it still worked out.
Okay.
So instead of doing it to where like the boxes were like stationary and you were like able to just like walk through, I just was like couldn't figure it out until the second time that I played it. And there's a way that you can line up all the boxes and it stops it. But I was just
Really?
like, I think I can make it. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's the way you're supposed to do it, the way that you just did it right there.
Really?
I didn't find any other way, at least. That's the way that made the most sense to me.
So I did it in a way that like the boxes, the second time I did it, I don't have the clip of that, but where the boxes all line up on the platforms. So each of these 3 platforms, you can get it to where they land and they're blocking the appropriate thing without like just sliding up slowly. But that's just like one example, but I felt like there were a couple times where you could just like go really fast and maybe try to like sneak your way through things.
Yeah, I don't have a clip of this one, but I remember I kind of do. I was trying to line up, don't play it yet, but pull it up. I was trying to line it up on right next to where my camera is on the edge of that where it goes down hill. I was trying to line it up on the edge to where it would like slowly tilt over, and that way it wouldn't go all the way down. There's like a button down there or something.
Yeah.
Right behind my camera. I was blocking it, but I needed to time it to go down that little hill so I could get back and pull a switch or whatever. And then I figured out how to do it, and that's what this clip is. Turn this guy off. No, I don't need a hint. Give me a break. It's gotta work. It's gotta work. I just gotta get him in the right spot. Shoot. Wait a second. That's it. Yes. Oh, you used the screw. Stupid. Okay. That makes sense though. That was great.
Yeah.
So that was one of the ones that took me almost 10 minutes. I was sitting there just trying different little things and finally getting it. I had good reactions. Like I had reactions that like I felt like I was smart once I finally got it.
Yeah.
But every now and then, the level is really easy.
Yeah.
And I'd overcomplicate a really easy level, and so I'd sit there for 10 minutes, just like staring at it, not seeing the most obvious thing right in front of my face. And so I have a clip for that too, where I was sitting there for a while, and I finally just like did it, and I was like, oh. See my thinking face. Was that it? Oh. I'm getting confused over nothing.
Yeah. I agree. Like there were some times where I was just like hitting the buttons and I'm like, all right, like what is this doing? And how am I going to hit the other button at the same time? and it was because they would like pair one of those levels where like you had to be speedy, and then the next one was just like go up, just go up.
Yeah.
And so that it was, yeah, it was so like insane. But I would have times where I would like just like be so locked in that I was gonna do it that I would just like mess up, and then I would freak out and I would just ruin my progress in the level. And so I have the gotta be faster than that. No, no, what am I doing? And I just like didn't need to do that, but it was like I could have just waited.
Yeah. Going too
But
fast for your own good.
yeah, but I was just like I was rolling it through.
Yeah,
So
you're in that mood.
you didn't get a hint the whole time.
No, so I don't even know what it looks like.
I
when you
got
get
it.
a hint. So
I got a hint.
okay.
So this one's called Sacrifice.
You got a hint.
I got a hint.
Okay.
Yeah. I see it up there, but what do I do with it? What is it? What is the hint? Oh. Makes a lot of sense now. That's crazy. You have to sacrifice her. No wonder they don't like us.
Didn't think you'd have to do that.
No, I wasn't thinking that at all.
Mm.
But yeah,
Yep,
the hint
they put you through some traumatizing stuff.
the hints I thought were terrible. Terrible
Really?
hints. Yeah, and I did it twice, and both times I was like, what is it? What is that a hint of? And then after you get it, you're like, oh, okay. Like that makes sense.
I guess hints are tough because nobody wants to be completely spoiled and told the answer, but
Yeah.
everybody wants a little nudge in the right direction. Like when I was doing in our episode proper, episode 79 of Level Best, I was doing the Overwatch thing and I was like, just give me a hint, just like something, but I don't want you to like give me answers.
Yeah.
I just need like one letter or something to go off of, you know? But so it's probably a tough line to ride of making hints
Yeah.
that it's not easy. And
I-
so the hints that you got didn't seem super helpful, but it
I-
did lead you in the right direction.
It
You
did.
got it.
It did. Yeah. I guess I'm just used to like the hint being like, I don't know, a lit up path of where to go in a game, or like it's like it highlights a point on your map, like, and you just go
Okay.
to that thing. Like, I feel like I've gotten to the point where like when I get help with something or a hint to something, it's like way more help instead
Yeah.
of just that like little bit. So I guess it was an appropriate level of hint.
That's what
But
Google's for.
but I was just like not into it.
Yeah. You want the answer?
Yes.
Go
Google.
to Google.
Google
Go to
it.
Game Facts, man.
Just Google it.
Yeah. One thing I did like was that, you know, like you said, they put you in a fast level and then they put you in right next to it a slow level, and then they introduce a new character,
Mhm.
introduce new mechanics, and then they use one half of the mechanics and then the other half for a couple puzzles, and then you forget about the first mechanic
Yeah.
in the following, you know, in another puzzle. And so you're like, you get so confused. And so I had quite a reaction when I realized, oh yeah, I can throw this magnet because I wasn't throwing it for so long, you know. So yeah, this is that clip. Nice. Ah ha 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 ha. That's the throwing. The throwing. Don't forget the main mechanic of Min is throwing. You can throw this lady.
Yeah, I also forgot about the throw. And then I got to like I went back and like was replaying it because I missed one of the achievements, which I didn't miss it because I beat the game. So just so you know, developer, I'd had that glitch and it made me upset because I had to
It
go
was
back.
it was the achievement when you met Min, right?
It was, yeah. But I was going back to play the levels and I was playing as Magnus, like playing with Magnus, and I was like, why can't I throw? Like
Yeah.
I was able to throw. And I forgot that it was Min. That's who you could throw. So
Yeah.
I thought the coolest ability was Min and Max. Like the changing the polarity of the magnets
On the
was
fly, yeah.
on the fly was just like, I think one of the coolest mechanics that it had in the game.
Yeah, super clever.
Yeah. Whoa. That's cool. That's a cool feature. And changing the polarity. I liked it a lot because it brought in like a like almost like a gliding mechanic to it.
Like a floating
yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah, you
where
were
can
just
switch
like
back and forth and keep on the same level. Yeah.
Yeah, that was super cool. I liked that one. That was my favorite one.
I think I agree. I think because that's probably the most deep the mechanics got.
Yeah.
And at that point is when it was a really enjoyable game.
Yeah.
The puzzles got tougher. They really got you for a minute. But again, you always get them. One aspect of the game I liked that it didn't do a lot, but there were certain little things that happened that the game didn't tell you about. They just expected you to figure it out. They just expected you to run into it eventually. And so I have a clip here of where I just kind of was confused for a bit. And so I tested a couple times and it just worked. So I love that. Okay. I just had to see what would happen. Oh. Oh. Good to know. I thought for sure Magnus and I would get zapped, but we're good. So they didn't tell us that those red lasers will kill you, but not the magnets.
Yeah.
But I tested it. It killed me, and then I went under with Magnus, and it didn't kill him. So I used him as a shield, and that mechanic was expanded upon in later levels. And it's just I don't know. You don't need words on a screen to tell me that. I'll figure it out myself. And the dev trusted that I would figure that out, and I did. And it just felt good.
It's really interesting because they didn't do that with the magnet one. Like there was like a literal like sign that was like no magnet on the on the blue one. And I was like, okay, I got it. Don't take the magnet there. That one of Magnus was super funny because I set him down on the laser and walked underneath of him. And that like he blocked the laser and you can still walk through him.
Oh.
And so
even though you're a little bit wait, are you taller than him?
Not really.
No, I guess not, huh?
And so I thought that's what you had to do. So I was like inching forward to the second one trying to drop him and hit, and I died, and I was like, what? How am I supposed to do both of them at the same time?
No, he's your laser umbrella.
And then I carried him through, and it was like, duh.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Another thing, sense. I don't have an example for this, so I'm just gonna say it. I liked that the name of the level was sometimes enough of a hint for me to think about the level differently to come to the the solution for the level. I don't even have any examples. I just remember, there was one where you had to throw Min or Max or whatever. You had to throw to hit Magnus off of a button from an upper position, and it was called the level was called Move Over.
Yeah,
and I was stuck on that. I didn't know what to do, And I paused it to like look at my phone or do something else, and I looked again and it was called move over. And I was like, what does that mean? And I saw Magnus sitting there on the button, and I was like, move over. So I chucked Min at Magnus and it worked.
Yeah.
And I just thought that's another good way to give a hint without giving a hint. And again, appreciate it.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until I was like replaying it and I was like sharing my screen on Discord with you and you're like, "You want a hint? Do you want a hint? What's the level called?" And I was
What's
like,
the
"What?"
name of the
I was
level?
like, "What the hell are you talking about? What does it matter?"
Because that's the way I got it. So I
Yeah.
had to. I saw you struggling. I was like, I remember this.
The
Little
worst
pup. You want a hint, little pup? What's the name of the level, little pup?
I think if you if you played it a lot, like if you played it like 3 times, then it would like you would get them all exactly the same. But I think
Yeah.
like playing it, waiting like a day and then playing it again, you would forget how you did it if you only had played it like one time. Like that one
Huh.
playthrough, I think.
Now, how long? I know you spent a lot of time with the game open, but how long did you take to beat the game?
So overall it was like 2 hours to beat it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Speedrun.com, top speedrun is 18 minutes 21 seconds.
Wow.
Which I feel like, call me crazy, I feel like I could beat. Am I crazy? I'm probably crazy. I feel like I could beat that. Give me enough time, I feel like I could beat that.
I think you're crazy right now for thinking that, but I do agree that given enough time, you could do it.
Nobody's, well, 2 days ago somebody got 18 minutes 46 seconds, but the top is 18 minutes 21 seconds. So there's like, it's kind of active at this moment.
Yeah. You could be that.
Hey, if you're out there hearing this, you figure it out once and you can just replay the whole thing. It's all the same solutions and just bing, bang, boom. Maybe you could be a world record holder for Mind Over Magnet.
You could be the guy that Summoning Salt makes a video of in 3 years about how it was stuck on 17 minutes 30 seconds until SureManCool figured it out. Don't look at my Steam time because I walked away from my computer and I had the game open and then now I have 7 hours of playtime.
7 hours. He was really stumped.
I was stumped.
He's playing you guys, but he was really stumped.
If you watch all of the Patreon people, you'll have at least 5 minutes of playtime at like the regular speed of rate. That's what it felt like. Felt like there were that
all the
many.
Patreon people.
Yeah, at the end of the game.
Oh yeah, like the credits.
The credits. Yeah.
Holy heck!
That was
Game Maker's
so many.
Toolkit has a lot of Patreon members.
Yes.
They give you the option to speed it up, and they're zooming by, and it still takes like a full 2 minutes. Long credits, a lot of Patreon members.
Yeah.
Goals, straight up
goals. Yeah. I will say I'm disappointed that you could move around in there and there wasn't more secrets in the credit screen that you could get to or do something, or the magnets show up and it unlocks something cool in the credits.
Maybe it's so secret you couldn't figure it out.
Oh,
you ever thought about that?
No, I didn't Google it. I think the game overall could have benefited from one more level.
One more level, some sort of boss, actual like boss level. I'm not talking about a fight, but maybe like a more different, strange, or I don't know, bombastic final level. Sure. Or just a little bit more story, a little deeper story. I know having watched the YouTube channel and seeing some of the videos going over it, I know he was on time constraint and he was trying to get it done in a certain time. One thing that we didn't even touch on, we touched on a little bit, but I have a clip for, is how good the music in this game was.
Yeah.
The music was so good. I was dancing to it throughout the whole game. It was so good.
I agree. It was like, I felt like the soundtrack was like made the game. Honestly, like it was fun to play because the experience of it, like the sound added to that.
It was chill. It was chill.
Yeah,
All the sound effects were really good. Just really good noises in my ears, in my ear holes.
agreed.
Love the drums.
Yeah. It was putting you to sleep. That's how chill it was.
It's the kind of riveting content we have on Patreon.
Oh, I
Our full
love
playthrough of games like
love
these.
this level. I love that level. That level was cool. Yeah.
I think that was the final
Yeah.
level.
Yeah, it was. That music, yeah, the music was really good. It's like throughout. And it was like just different enough the whole time that it was like that it felt connected, but
And I didn't get sick of any of the songs.
mm-mm.
I did get sick of the drill noise.
Yeah, the drill noise.
Because you step on a button to get off the button. Yeah. And it was like, okay, I got to hear that over and over while I try to figure out what the hell to do to pass this level. That's the only noise.
Yeah, that was an annoying sound effect, but that's okay.
So do you have a final verdict for Mind Over Magnet? Tell me.
I do. And I'm gonna say pass.
Whoa.
Because, and here's why. I think that it's not deep enough of a game quite yet to warrant $10.
Yeah.
But
sure.
But it's good, and I feel like if there's a DLC that comes out, it'll be worth $20 with the DLC. But if you get it on sale, if you got it on sale for 50% off or something, then it would be a play. That muddies up my answer of play versus pass, but ultimately I'm a pass, but it was fun.
Okay. I've thought about this a lot. I went one way and then I went the other way and I kept going back and forth. I flip-flopped. One thing right away, I was like, "Oh no, this might be a pass." And it's my final clip and it's at the very beginning there were drips coming down from the ceiling. And I was curious how the drip would interact with the character model.
Mm.
Can I get dripped on? No. Okay. Nothing.
Well, did you think, because this is what I thought after I was able to walk past the magnets but not get underneath of them unless I picked them up, is that the game has depth.
I didn't think that. I thought that the drip was coming down and it landed on the floor where I'm walking, and so it should hit my little robot and it should splatter on my little robot head.
It's true.
That would be just a tiny little element that makes me think like, dang, they even thought of that.
Yeah.
But they didn't, and that's okay. Because the rest of the game charmed me enough to where I ultimately landed on the verdict of play. But it's like teetering on the edge because the price point of $10 for this is just barely acceptable to me. It's 2 hours of interesting like puzzles that kind of make you think, but it's doable. Some of them are very easy. The art style, very cute. Love the thick lines and it just overall like the vibrant colors. I love the art style. Very cute.
Yes.
Music's great. The story is shallow. There's not a ton of levels. I wish there was like a whole extra 5 chapters, honestly.
Yeah.
And they just doubled this game, made it 4 hours, and gave us some more stumpers of puzzles and some different mechanics, and I don't know. But
a boss puzzle at the end of every level, at the end of every like set world.
Sure.
That would have changed the game.
or give me, I know it's like it doesn't go with the chill vibe that this game was going for, but give me a timer on the screen
Hmm.
and make me do a
Hmm.
series of little things in the right order or something, like something that amps up the pressure a little bit, but adds a little bit of a, throws a wrench in the system, you know? But
Yeah.
anyway, either way, even without that, it's a play for me because I just liked the experience. I was looking back on how I was reacting, like getting these clips and watching my recording. I was looking back on how I was really sitting there thinking deep in thought, trying to figure out what the answer to the puzzle is. And I think something that makes you really think like is worth something too. Um and so I don't know. I just at the end of the day I just liked it, but I would like to see maybe another game by this developer with the same price point, but
Yeah.
with what we want, like with the depth that we want.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just hope this was worth it for the devs, so they want to keep for Game Maker's Toolkit, so they want to
Yeah.
keep making more games.
I don't have enough negative things to say about it that I would make a bad review. I feel
Right.
like my review would still be very positive. It's just not enough content for the price point for me. And I think
Okay.
that this is our first
I don't think
Clash.
so.
Do we
I
have
don't think
another
so.
one?
I'm pretty sure we had another one.
Okay.
I don't remember which one. I don't know. It doesn't matter though. But either way,
Yeah.
it doesn't happen often. If it
No.
has happened before, it doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
So we usually agree. This
Yes.
one, it's a light disagree. I mean, we have
We're
similar
close.
opinions.
We're close.
We just have different values as far as time for money and things
Yeah.
like that.
You're
And I think that's
teetering pass, I'm teetering play. So
yeah.
we're right there.
But I'm playing your pat. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. But hopefully watching this gives you enough information to make a good, well informed decision if you decide to play this game. Or pass on it. But
Yeah.
either way, I think it's time to move on to pick the next game we'll be playing by spinning the great wheel of games.
Yes. Are you
But
ready?
you know what we got to do first?
We have to pick a game.
Look, look, man, the great wheel of games is great. Okay.
It is
I know that. You know that. The great wheel of games is great.
so great. It's the greatest. It's the greatest great wheel of games that we could have, and it's because there's a lot. It's representative of everybody's backlog.
Yeah. Because it's just ever growing, ever expanding, and we'll never catch up to it because we add 2 games and take one off every
Yes.
episode. So it's very symbolic of what your backlog might look like
Yes.
as time goes on. But yeah, this is the part where we add 2 games to the Great Wheel of Games. So Tooth, are you ready? Shall we reveal our games?
I'm ready.
Okay. Well, who goes first?
You go first.
You go first. Should we
Okay.
flip a coin?
Yeah, let's flip a coin.
Okay, pull up a coin flipper Google app, whatever. And who wants to call it? You want to call it?
I'll call it.
And this is to decide who goes first.
Okay, heads. So
You decide.
you go first.
Dang it. All right. Okay, I'll go first. The game that I'm going to be picking for the Great Wheel of Games this time is a super chill looking pinball game
Okay.
called Vaporwave Pinball. It just
Vaporwave
came out.
pinball.
Yeah, just came out yesterday, April 4th.
Okay.
Vaporwave Pinball. So the description is as follows: escape the real world for a few minutes or a few hours and play lo-fi digital pinball in a selection of chill, cozy, liminal locations. Try to beat high scores and unlock up to 5 tables, each one offering something new. Vaporwave Pinball is the perfect virtual holiday destination. And it's on sale right now for $4.24, but normally it's $5. Doesn't It's not
Nice.
like not gonna break the bank.
No, that doesn't seem
And
too bad.
yeah, I like little pinball games. So looks pretty cool. And let's add it to the wheel.
Yeah.
Vaporwave Pinball.
Vaporwave pinball. Nice. Okay.
What about you?
I'm gonna add a game. It's leaning on the it costs money side,
Oh boy, we have opinions about that.
but not that much.
Okay.
It's on sale right now for $15.99. It's
Okay.
$20 regularly, which is how much Schedule 1 was.
Oh, so you're gonna weigh things to where we pick it right away, so we can get it on sale.
Yeah.
No, I know what your game is. You can like flip some switch and pull some levers in the background.
Well, now that we've added zombies running the Great Wheel of Games, and so it's
Oh, so you just pay them a little extra and get them to pull the strings for you.
No comment.
I knew it.
All right.
All right. What is it?
So the game I'm adding is called Haste. It came out April 1st, 2025. Brand new.
I feel like I've seen this on the Steam page. Yeah.
Very positive reviews so far. But it's a running like platformer game. So it's like you're super high speed, running down a hill, avoiding things, 3D platformer. Ooh. It looks really cool and really exciting.
Really flowy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that it is actually like this and it doesn't suck. But Haste.
It gives me Sonic the Hedgehog vibes.
It does, right? It's like it's kind of crazy looking.
Looks sick.
It looks good.
Okay.
So yeah, and it has the soundtrack that you can buy, and I feel like anytime a Steam game has a soundtrack you can buy, it has a good soundtrack too.
Yeah.
So anyway,
these are the same developers who made Cluster Truck, by the way. Landfall Studios.
Oh,
Remember
really?
Cluster Truck, you jump on the tracks and stuff. Same guys. They've been teasing this game for like years.
Cool. It looks pretty. I like the art style.
Yeah, so really cool game. Haste, a really cool looking game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Throw it on the wheel, man.
It's tagged as a roguelike too. A roguelite.
Oh, okay.
So
don't be afraid to screw up here and there.
Don't be afraid to mess up.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well then with those added to the wheel, you shuffled it for me.
Shuffle the wheel.
And why don't we go ahead and
spin that wheel?
Let's do it. The Juice Galaxy. Let's go. Oh baby.
Boy. Oh boy.
This is going to be a great time. You guys, man. You're going to love this, Tooth.
Am I?
So this is a free game. I added this game to the wheel so long ago. But Juice Galaxy is a free game, and it's weird. It's weird as hell, man.
It's bizarro. I've been looking at it in my library on Steam ever since you added it.
Yeah. I can't wait. This is gonna be fun. So finally we spin it, and then just as a reminder, Juice Galaxy is a happy place to fly around and smack things and drink juice and explore things and just flip around doing stuff. Mm-hmm. That's what the Steam description is. And it's described as a Souls-like physics psychedelic game. That's awesome. I don't know. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for this to friggin' happen.
It looks wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, Juice Galaxy.
Well, since it's free on Steam, go ahead and download it yourself, play it within the next 2 weeks. Come join us for the next episode of Player Pass, where we have a fun discussion about Juice Galaxy. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, or don't waste your time yet. Come back next episode, listen to our discussion, and decide for yourself if you want to spend the time playing Juice Galaxy, because everyone knows there's money currency and then there's time currency. And in a lot of ways, they're both equally important. Arguably, your time is more valuable, but
can't get that one back.
Nope, never ever. That's it, though. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Player Pass. And we'll see you on the next one, I guess. I mean, heck, why not?
Any final words?
No, I just can't wait to flip around jump around and flip around and do stuff in Juice Galaxy. So I'm gonna go download it right now.
Yeah, I already had it downloaded. So,
oh, friggin' big man in the house over here.
Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I do have some final words.
Okay.
This isn't level best proper, but next episode of level best, come make sure you come to it. It could be an interesting one.
Oh, the Level Best podcast.
Yeah,
Okay.
level best
It is
podcast.
level. I guess level. Why not?
Yeah.
It is level 80.
Yeah.
Episode 80 of the Level Best podcast. So we might have something planned.
That'd be cool.
That we should probably get started working on ASAP, because if we try it, it's gonna be.
You're giving too much away. You're giving. See you guys
whatever.
later.
Anyway, bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thanks for watching.
Oh,
See you later.
everybody say bye to Zombie. Bye, Zombie.